Cheers. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Happy early Thanksgiving. I know it's going to be complicated.
Nah, it's not that complicated.
Oh, it's not really that complicated? It doesn't have a lot of subplots and all that?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty straightforward. Towards the end. Until the end. Well, maybe I don't think it's complicated. It's just surprising, I guess.
Yeah. That's the Pope right there?
Mm-hmm.
That's Latin, huh? Yeah. It won't come on. And they take their ring right after you die.
Mm-hmm. They're all good.
Mm-hmm.
John Lithgow, him.
John Lithgow, didn't you?
Yeah, he's the one talking.
John Lithgow.
Yes.
Holy shit, I recognize him.
He was the one that was doing the ring thing.
I wonder if this is how they really do it when the Pope died.
I think. See, he's right there.
Wow.
I think it is.
Yeah, huh? Probably like accurate. Somebody put a post on the internet. I forgot. I think Twitter. It's like, why is this okay? Pointing to a nun, but the Muslim one is that bad? And somebody put, because one of them's not gonna blow up.
Oh wow.
We're gonna start it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What is his most memorable role to you?
Lord Farquaad.
Yeah, me too. Shrek. Hell
I say
yeah.
Dr. Farquaad. Lord Farquaad.
They should bring him back. If they're gonna make a part 5 or whatever,
Oh, good
or
Lord.
6, whatever they're at, they should magically bring him back. You know, like through magic.
Everything under control.
Credo di sì.
Eminenza di scoppa sopra. No!
Wow.
Prego, a dopo eminenza.
Of course, they're human beings. I mean, they're not all gonna be perfect. That makes sense that they don't like each other.
Mm-hmm. And you see him smoking and everything?
Yeah, like a regular Joe.
Apparently Pope
Sort of.
John the 23rd was...
He told me about your crisis of faith. But you should know that he had his own doubts towards the end.
Well, the Pope had doubts about God.
No. Never about God. What he had lost faith in was the church.
Oh, there wasn't he?
Wow.
I think anybody who has any real faith will have a crisis of faith.
I wonder what the church actually thinks about this movie. And the Pope.
I don't think they liked it very
Right?
much.
I don't think so. When they say Holy Father, who are they talking about?
The Pope.
I believe
The Pope? I think
that
they call him that?
Yeah, he's the Holy Father. What the hell?
I thought God was the Holy Father.
Take part in the election.
God is God.
So why is it a big deal that he's a cardinal?
It's not that he's a big deal as a cardinal. It's that they didn't know about him, and that he made a cardinal in secret. So right now they're getting ready for the conclave. So ultimately, he's seen now as a competition for the papacy.
Yeah, of course. They know multiple languages, huh?
Ma dove I tuoi amici liberali hanno deciso di cancellare? The dead language.
He's a conservative.
Senza la tradizione di Roma.
Of course, yeah. Who gets to vote?
All the cardinals.
Well, that's it, right? All the cardinals.
So they're trying to like. So they're campaigning basically.
How many do they number in total? How many?
Like 300 or something like that.
Something like that, huh?
So right here they're
throughout
having
the globe. There's not that many cardinals throughout the globe.
Work begins.
like 300.
Oh, we have to
Man,
get
that's crazy.
a 2/3
So right here they're campaigning
Yeah.
for their favorite. Tedesco is the Italian guy that he was just talking to,
Yeah.
and because he's a very is conservative, they don't want him to win the papacy, but he's very popular.
Oh wow.
So they're like, how do we not get him to win?
Yeah.
Because any one of them can win.
It depends whoever gets the most votes.
Yeah, but it's like called
I
politics.
wonder. So there must be some guys who get no votes, huh?
Well, it's like politics. They're going to choose their favorite.
Tell them I stand for respecting other faiths, for tolerating other views within our own church.
Wow, that's a liberal.
And tell them that I believe
Pope.
women should play more of a role in the curia.
Let's
Whoa.
let's not mention women.
Why? Brother, I have no intention of concealing my views or
Good for
pretending
you.
to be anything other than I am in order to sway any of our number who are undecided. Then make sure that my message is clear.
Yeah.
I stand for everything that Tedesco does not.
I like that guy. So they're gonna have to change all that in order for the church to survive. I'm telling you right now.
That's what he's saying. I don't want to go back to the days of 10 families with 10 children. I don't want to go, I respect another faith.
Even the one from the 80s, one who got shot,
John Paul?
He was conservative, I think. But I'm saying, in general, in order for the church to continue, especially for the next generation, you're gonna have to get rid of some of those things. And women should be priests. I think they should.
I don't know about that.
Oh my God! Of course, you don't think that.
Well, I've been
Why
told
not?
it's difficult.
Or not priests, but still nuns, but with the same power as the male.
But that's not how the church was established.
I know. It has to change. I'm telling you, it has to change.
I don't think that has to change.
I think it does.
I think there's some things that do need to change because there's certain ideals that are changing.
I don't know.
Obviously, women should be more involved in the church.
Why would he say
But there's certain things that should be kept of tradition. I don't think. I wouldn't mind seeing a woman priest, but I don't feel, as a woman, I don't feel I need to see one to validate myself as a woman. I don't know. I just think What's going on here?
But that you should stay the same. What? Like priests have ultimate power.
Drinking.
Well, I don't know what power they have, but
like voting and all that.
Like becoming cardinals.
All the stuff that we're seeing here.
I don't know. I think. As far as the priesthood, it's good to have. There's not many roles now because of liberalism. Feminism and all that. That men are seen as
it was a private conversation.
Guys and as
those were the last words I ever exchanged
role models
with
anymore.
the Holy Father.
So I think that would be a good to kind of keep it that way. And
that for that reason, that'd be a good reason. But even the Pope from right now, Francis, he's homophobic. He doesn't like gays.
It's not that he doesn't like it.
He thinks it's disgusting or something like that.
No, I don't think it's that. He just,
yeah, I don't think he wants to like ban gay marriage or anything, but he doesn't.
He
has something against it. I'll tell you that. Something. I don't know what it is.
Because morally they see it as it's not something that God, what is it called? What is it? Wasn't God's will, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But that's what he's saying. I'll accept you how you are, but unfortunately, we won't be able to do certain things for you in the church.
I don't know. I love Catholicism, man. Even as just an institution, just the institution itself. I like it.
It's because it has history. I understand people are like, oh, well, it's because it's this.
But put aside that, the history and all that. Just the whole.
You can track it. You can track it. You can find the fundamentals of it. It's not just something that just popped up. And all these men not these particular men, but these men that are actually involved, yeah, they're flawed, they're human, but they actually studied. They went to school. They got educated.
Like really educated.
Yes, to do what they're doing. It's not just somebody,
God bless the Baptist, I think, or whatever. You could get a doctrine, whatever. Not a doctrine. What do you call it when you turn into a preacher or
pastor?
Pastor.
Oh.
They have a name for it, but you can do it online.
Oh, ordained?
Yeah, there you go. You can do it online. Like real quick, boom. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not how the Catholic Church works.
No, these guys, no way. All right, they call him a Holy Father. Wow.
Well, when you go to church, you call the priest Father.
Yeah, but not Holy Father. I've never called it. I never heard anybody call a priest.
But the Pope is the
Pope. No, the Pope is different.
Oh, yeah.
I heard they call it Victor of God or something Victor. Like you're the fighter of God.
Yeah.
That was cool, but Holy Father, I'm like, what?
Let me speak from the heart for a moment. To work together and to grow together, we must be tolerant. No one person or faction seeking to dominate another. Paul reminds us that God's gift to the church is its variety, It is this variety, this diversity of people and views which gives our church its strength. Sin, which
They're not even allowed inside? My God.
Certainty.
I like so.
Certainty is the great enemy of unity. Certainty is the deadly enemy of tolerance. Even Christ was not certain at the end.
That's what I said.
Dio mio, perché mi hai abbandonato?
Thank you. Okay, so I think I'm the only on YouTube that ever did a reaction video to Passion of the Christ. And in there I say, oh look, even Jesus at one point was in doubt.
Yeah,
and he said what he said right there. Father, why have you forsaken me?
Now this part is the most confusing in the whole Bible to me. Why have you forsaken me? And I used to tell my mom, if he's not sure, imagine us.
Holy, I got bombarded with so many comments. That's not what he said. That's not what he meant. And they give you,
Yes, it is.
That's exactly what he meant.
If they go to church every Easter, they say it every Easter.
Yeah, like what the hell y'all talking about? They kept like every comment was a different translation of what he said.
Look, well, in the movie, that's what they're trying to point out. You're gonna have your views. I'm gonna have my views, and ultimately, if you think you're right and I'm thinking right, we're screwed. So if you think, well, maybe you might be right, but I'm still gonna believe
I love that part when he took all talking about certainty, like.
And I saw a quote that is very similar to that, and I think I saved it, and it said, the biggest problems we've had in the world are when not men, but I'm assuming they mean people, but
like human beings.
Men try to be men want to be important.
Yeah, I'm surprised they even do voting. That's very like a democracy, because it's so ancient that they could actually appoint people who some bloodline or something like that. You know.
Well, that's why they switched it at a certain point in time.
They must have.
And they started becoming celibate. There was a point in time where they were actually allowed to have families.
That's right.
And the male sons or the sons were becoming successors to the cardinalship and all of that. Right. And they're like, okay, that has to stop because you know
that makes sense.
Because then any pope could appoint his own son as the next pope.
Yeah, that's what I'm like royalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, we can't do that.
Okay, I like that. But is it? There's a vote right here?
This is the voting. Mm-hmm.
Wow, look at that. Even got
the Orthodox.
Catholics. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, now who reads that? Who counts it? Who?
The three cardinals that are in the front in the little table.
So if they're biased, they could lie, no?
No, because they're all checking each other.
Okay.
So they each pass the little paper.
Okay.
And then they actually save the papers. You'll see right now.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
Il primo voto è per il cardinale tedesco.
Oh, not that guy.
Cardinale Lawrence.
You got a vote?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Cardinale Bellini.
That's the liberal guy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Cardinale Bellini.
Another one.
Cardinale Bellini.
It's I think whoever gets the first 70 or something like that.
Yeah, it has to be. Well, somebody got to get eliminated, right?
Cardinale Lawrence,
I don't know.
5 voti. Altri cardinali.
There has to be a certain number. Whoever gets 70 or something like that, or a certain number is the one. That's how they know.
But they call it the first ballot, right? So
because they know that they're not going to get the Pope right away.
Right, but after that, they have to eliminate some of them. They can't be the same people, you know. There,
well, that's how they start.
It'll be the same votes all over again.
No, because that's why they start campaigning. See, majority of 72 votes.
I remember that. The white one is.
They selected a pope.
That's the white one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this one is dark.
It's black,
Yeah, black. Yeah.
Ministries in Veracruz, the Congo, where he established a hospital for the female victims of genocidal sexual violence during the First and Second Wars. Then Baghdad, and finally the mission.
You did all that?
Mm-hmm.
However,
if I had no desire for the flesh, I wouldn't mind being a priest.
I did not entirely believe.
Well, that's probably why you should.
Well,
to try to control that.
Never.
Your sermon didn't exactly help us, and your 5 votes. You have far too little support to emerge as a serious candidate.
Well, my position
Straight, like politics, straight up.
I voted for you.
Oh.
Forgive me, am I not supposed to say?
No, it's not that you... No, I'm
Oh, you can't vote for yourself?
My dear Vincent, may I call you Vincent? I'm not a serious candidate.
He has a doubt of prayer?
Well, that's why he said, I mentioned to the Holy Father I wanted to resign, and he said no.
Oh, yeah, he said no. He rejected his, yeah. But prayer, that's one of the things you could almost prove. Because even scientists, whatever, I don't know how it works, but people who get prayed on at hospitals have a better chance of surviving whatever, illness, whatever they got.
If Tedesco becomes Pope, he will undo 60 years of
progress.
There you go.
Adeyemi, the man who believes that homosexuals should be sent to prison in this world and hell in the next. Adeyemi's not the answer to anything.
The Pope prior to this Pope, did he die or he just gave it up?
He gave it up. And
Yes, I remember that. There you go. Then he passed away. Yeah, I remember that.
And he gave it up for that reason. Now they're talking about.
Really?
That he felt he was too conservative.
He was. He very, very conservative.
And then he was German?
Yeah, he was part of the Hitler Youth.
Cardinale Bellini, 9 voti.
9.
Cardinale Lawrence, 5 voti. Cardinale Benitez,
Damn, he keeps getting more.
Voti.
Please do sit down.
I really think it would be better if you let me deal with the situation.
Would you be so good as to leave us now, Sister Agnes?
Oh, man.
Now, it's important you tell me anything that is in your heart or that is troubling you insofar as it relates to Cardinal Adeyemi. Can you do that for me?
Don't tell me they got a relationship going. No way.
And the child.
The child.
What?
He got her pregnant and she had a kid. And
The child was raised in a Christian household, and to this day he has no idea who his father is, if indeed it is me.
So nuns could have kids and still be nuns? No.
Very young.
No, Joshua. She was very young. She was 19 years old. You were 30.
Thomas.
Oh.
And he was a priest already.
Listen to me.
He was already, yeah.
So I still have hope.
No. There is no hope. Nothing terrifies our colleagues more than the thought of yet more sexual scandals.
Like he really wants to be Pope, huh?
And he has the most votes right now.
Yeah. Oh, but with that, it's a wrap. I wonder why he has doubt in prayer. Why?
Because when you pray, you're seeking answers, and I think his prayers.
Why specifically prayer though? That should just be faith.
No, because you're asking God, like, please help me find the right path. Please help me guide me through the situation, whatever the case is. You think he should have been disqualified?
Of course not. No way. Of all of them, he's gonna be like, yeah, maybe we should get married.
But he can't be Pope and be married.
No, I'm saying all that. Everything should change, including the Pope.
Yeah.
Wow, baby, for real?
Well, that's the whole point. You're vowing to dedicate your life to that to God.
In order for you to relate to the common man, you should live like the common man. That's what I'm saying.
But we're not. They're not in it to relate to the common man. They're trying to follow the footsteps of God, Jesus Christ.
But the whole job is to help out their fellow human beings. That's the job of the priest.
Their job is to guide us to follow the footsteps of Jesus Christ.
That's why, but yeah, I know, but still, the job is to better people and better our lives and all that.
Please, no more investigations. I think we've heard enough secrets. Let God's will be done.
Yes, of course. Good night then, Your Eminence.
She can't even take it no more, like, man. Can you imagine hearing all those confessions,
Well, is this really necessary? I feel as if I'm at some American political convention.
Well, look at that.
Take long. What? Is this what we're reduced to, considering the least worst option?
That's politics, damn.
I don't want your vote.
Nevertheless,
you have it. Oh, man. That's crazy. Is he supposed to be somewhat symbolically Jesus?
Who? The Pope?
The Latino one.
Why?
I get that. I don't know. I get that kind of feeling.
Why would you think that?
Because there's been stories in the Bible where there's people in doubt, and then God sends them a sign or something.
On her way home to Nigeria.
And he's like, I don't want to be Pope. I don't deserve it, whatever. And my faith is off. And this guy's like, no, you do. You just don't know it or something. You know, symbolically. You know, he's not really Jesus. But
No, I don't think so.
I'm reading too much into it.
I think it's more of like you probably deserve to be Pope because you don't want it. The person who's probably the best to lead is the person who doesn't want to lead. Because the person who wants to lead is usually ambitious.
And I know that somehow you discovered Adeyemi's surrender to temptation 30 years ago, and that you arranged for the woman involved to be brought to Rome with the express intention of destroying Adeyemi's chances of becoming Pope.
I deny that accusation.
Will you deny asking our superioress to transfer one of her sisters to Rome?
No.
How do we know that this money wasn't used for completely legitimate purposes?
Because I have seen their bank statements.
Well, what? Why would they care about money?
Holy Father was spying on all of
I
us.
think they can't buy houses and cars and stuff.
And have Tremblay as Pope.
We've had worse.
Damn. Really? Oh, wow.
Well, he's saying let him do it. It doesn't matter as long as the other guy doesn't win. Let him do it, even though he's not the right man for the job.
Yeah.
Liberalism, right?
I would do that for
Bitterness in this conclave.
So they want him to out everybody that got paid out.
My God.
Although we sisters are supposed to be invisible, God has nevertheless given us eyes and ears. I know what prompted the dean of the college to enter the Holy Father's rooms. His suspicions were correct. She was indeed here at the specific request of Cardinal Tremblay.
Oh, turning around.
She's like, I'm done.
Yeah, bye. Yeah.
It's true. But the Holy Father asked me to. I had no knowledge.
Judah, traditore.
Ooh. Judah.
You're the only one who can stop him now.
Come on, man.
I would choose John.
He doesn't want to deal with it. Oh my God. Probably ancient painting, huh, from 1500. Probably. Yeah.
They're in the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah. What? Brother Bomb?
The current death toll stands at 52. Hundreds have been injured.
Ecco, finalmente qui vediamo il risultato della dottrina del relativismo.
With respect, what do you know about war?
He's Jesus.
He's not.
He's symbolic Jesus, I'm telling you.
He carried out my ministry in the Congo.
Look like hats, huh, instead of umbrellas. How can you be a hateful human being and get into priesthood? That makes no sense to me.
I don't think he's hateful. I think he's rigid. You talking about the Tedesco guy? He's rigid, which means he refuses to change. He wants things to stay the same. And what everyone else is saying is you have to, you have to move with the times. But I think there has to be a balance. You can go ahead and move forward, but certain things can still stay the same because then you lose your whole foundation. That's what I believe in certain aspects.
But if you're too,
it's like if you're too rigid or if you're too liberal, that's always going to be a problem because you can't be the extreme.
Of course.
So you have to find a balance.
But one of those guarantees the future existence of the church, and it's not conservatism. It's not. You can't.
No, but you can't also have too much liberalism. There has to be some structure.
All in all, at the very end, you are supposed to be judged by God. Who's the Pope? It's not him.
Acceptasne electionem de canonice factam in
Him?
summum pontifice.
I knew it. He's Jesus, man. I'm telling you.
He's not Jesus.
Mexican Pope, huh? Hello.
Cardinal Benito is true to Switzerland.
Remember he had health
The
issues?
hospital in Geneva.
Oh no, why not?
It was called a laparoscopic hysterectomy.
What?
Laparoscopic hysterectomy.
Like take his balls off?
Hysterectomy, my dear.
I don't know what that means.
Remove the uterus.
He's a woman. He's a guy. I mean, a girl, biologically.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck out of here! No, that's too crazy. Now that's too much of a twist. That's too much of a twist. No, come on. No way. It looks like a woman. It's like a straight up dude. I'm so confused right now. His whole life he thought he was a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning he had a wiener.
My chromosomes would have been defined as
And
a
yet
woman.
I'm also, as you see me,
He has a wiener.
He just looks male.
So why was he surprised when I got ovaries?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe he's a
Yeah,
hermaphrodite.
see, there you go. In other words, he's an Aphrodite, whatever.
Hermaphrodite.
Yeah.
So
Right?
do you
That's what they're saying, right?
Well, that's what he's saying.
But genetically female.
He's a woman.
Yeah.
Because he has ovaries and a uterus.
He's confirmed?
And like, yeah, here he said it. That's why everyone's cheering because they found a new pope.
I guess, it's a weird plot twist, but that's the only way.
Is it a weird plot twist or is it reality?
It's plausible, but
So
the chances of that happening, no way.
No, okay. If you're looking at it like technically like that, but the whole point of the movie, I'm assuming, is would it make a difference in the case?
Of course not. No way.
That he is who he is.
Yeah. The only way for a woman to be pope is like that.
No. I think it's saying he, in the middle of when he was so overwhelmed, he didn't want to hear anybody's reports or anything.
Yeah.
And he said, let it be God's will. And he won based off of his little speech he gave after Tedesco's sermon of outburst.
That was not a little speech.
Well, his speech. So was it God's will?
Well, there.
Like when I first saw
that guy is symbolic. I'm thinking about it now. I guess it's not that crazy of a twist, but that's a good twist, kind of.
Because
the chances of that happening. Come on.
I think it's pretty good because I mean that I've seen babies like that being born.
Yeah, I know they exist. I know that.
So it's a possibility. Then I thought about it. Well, it's funny because he did say, let it be God's will. Whatever happens is going to happen. And things happen a certain way. And because of his speech, he actually got the majority of the cardinals to vote for him unwillingly. He wasn't looking
because of his speech.
Because of his speech.
It was a good speech.
Yeah. And he was saying it out of sincerity.
Yeah.
Because he understands, like he said, I am in between the world certainty. So because he was born a certain way.
But you didn't see the way they framed him in the shot? It was like very Jesus-like. Very Jesus-like.
Well, because he was humble. That's what he's saying. That's what he was trying to show the Tedesco when he did his outburst. He's like, what do you know about war? That you know war? Like, what are you talking about? Come and talk to me that I've seen it. And I've seen how both sides suffer from it. So what exactly are we fighting for?
Yeah.
So he was humble about it. And that's very Jesus-like. That's what we all should be striving for.
But I'm telling you that they use him as a symbolic gesture. I
think it was like I said, their whole purpose of being priests is to follow in Jesus' footsteps and be humble and, be forgiving and be, all of that God, kind of stuff. Not because they're going to be gods, but because we all have to follow in those footsteps. And he became Pope because he epitomized it more than everybody else did. That's why they selected him.
He really did, though.
So does his what did he call it? Like his body issues? Would that really make a difference in him being a good Pope? I guess if you really think about it, that's something that's a big possibility that can happen. So it's teaching us to be understanding. He said, this is why I didn't go through with the removal of my ovaries and my uterus. Because if this is how God made me, why am I going to change his handiwork?
Handiwork, yeah, I saw that part. Like, okay.
So it's like, I guess that makes sense. I don't know. It's just very confusing. So
yeah, but
it's very interesting.
It is. I keep thinking about it. Like, I guess it's not that bad of a plot to it.
Good, because I mean, why wouldn't I promote understanding? Why wouldn't I promote empathy? Why wouldn't I promote forgiveness?
So the other guy was a little too liberal, right?
Yeah. He's caving into. We just need to do this because we need to win.
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, you're wrong. Because we're not here to serve each other. We're here to serve God and God's purpose." And like I said, it was God's will, according to the movie, obviously, that Benitez Cardinal was the one who's gonna win. So I don't know. It's very like. So I think I like it only because it gives you a different type of perspective. I thought it was interesting.
I like it. I really.
That's why I was like, I think you would like to watch it.
I really like the movie for real.